Welcome back to the Painted Peach. My name is Mary, and today we are doing stenciling step by step. I am in a stenciling playlist today, hosted by Funky Junk Inspiration and myself, the Painted Peach. We do these stenciling playlists every first Sunday of the month. So today I am using a frame that I got from Hobby Lobby on clearance for like $7, I think, maybe less. And we are going to use colors today, y'all. And that's not my typical, if you know me. But I got all these beautiful colors in the mail from Home Depot, all kinds of sample colors. So we are going to add color. Now, given I'm going to cover it up and do some chippy on it, but these colors are going to all be in my background. We are going to get started with that, but I'm also going to use some chalk paste for my green because the green that I got is a little bit muted. So all these colors are going on here. We are going to take these colors, and because I'm using this stencil, we're going to use these words and these flowers on here. So I'm going to take a brush and I'm just going to dip into this paint, and we're going to put different colors. Now remember, we are going to cover this up with a little bit of plaster paint and do chippy, but I wanted to have some color underneath so it'll show through. My little wax melt. I used to make wax melts, and these are left over from some of the ones I made. So I use these on my crafts because they smell good. We're going to use some wax, and we're also going to use some Vaseline. And I'll cover those colors up in a minute. But I'm going to take my wax and just rub it. In different directions. There is still some wet paint. I see it smearing. Can't find it everywhere, I guess. And all right, I'm gonna take a little brush, and we are just gonna put some Vaseline in these areas over here where my flowers are gonna be mostly, because I want to get more of a chippy effect over there. Maybe do some corners here and there. All right, now we cover up the color. That's the fun part, right? All right, now here's the fun part. I'm gonna get some tape first. This is just packing tape, and it's gonna be loud for a minute. And we're gonna lay it down, and we're gonna get one of these little rubbing tools. I don't know where the one is I used yesterday, and we're just gonna rub it onto our board like this to get it good and adhered, and then we're just gonna pull up. And you can see that you have color coming through.
get our transfers, and you can use them guaranteed by the company. I think it's either 10 or 12 times. I can't remember at this point. But you just clean them afterwards and reuse them. Let them dry and reuse them. I don't have my transfer scissors, so we're just using my regular scissors today. I'm just going to take a paper towel and kind of go over just to try to protect my transfer a little bit. Nothing too major. I don't want it to not stick at all, but this will just help just a little bit protect it. All right, also you should always fuzz, especially if you're using a chippy paint, because chippy paint tends to come up a lot easier than them, but they are awesome. All right, so we are just going to use this flower right here in this corner. None of that green really came out, but it's okay. I kind of want to make sure I go down a little further because my stencil stops and I don't want it to stop. I might just go with it. I can probably paint the rest down if I need to. I'm not going to put the words on there yet because I want to have them positioned right. Alright, so I'm going to take a squeegee and make sure that's good and down. I'm just going to run it like this to get air bubbles out. Because if you have an air bubble, which I don't care really, but if you have an air bubble, it'll cause it to bleed. Most of my stuff is rustic, so that doesn't scare me. Alright, we are going to get some paste. I think it'll stand out a little better with the color in the background. Alright, so this is chalk paste, and this is made just especially for these stencils. Up, and you can see on the back of my stencil that there is some paint that pulled up, and that's what happens if you don't wax the area real well, which I didn't add a whole lot of wax, so that's why. Let's see if I can show y'all. So down here on the leaves, let me see if I can point it right up there. You can see where it bled just a little bit. That's fine. We are not worried about that. All right, let me get the other half of this stencil. Alright, so this is what we have so far. We've got this pretty flowers on there. Now we are going to do, which one did I say I wanted to do? I think I wanted to do Faith Makes All Things Possible. You got to be careful because you did have ink over here. I think I'm going to stick it right down here. I am going to lay, hold on. Put you up there. I'm going to lay this underneath here so just in case we don't get no ink over. Alright, so let me get this and rub this down. It is on the thing right there. We don't need that happening. Let's get these words on here. But take your time and make sure you get the details and all that. You can see my little eye has a spot that the bubble didn't let me do. That's okay. We'll just fill it in. I'm kind of thinking both might look good. I think I'm gonna go for it. What the hey, right? Might as well. You think blank? Trust in the Lord, faith makes. I think I'm on the same page now. For some reason it was telling me to do it. It was like, I need something in the corner. All right, let's try that. I think that looks great. And I'm gonna add some color into my flowers and we'll go back over them with the black, but I want to show you guys some watercolor. We're gonna keep on moving. All right, so I'm gonna take some of these colors that we have in the background, some of the pink and purple, and we're gonna paint in some details. I could have went over this with like a light color and then come back and done this, but I really didn't know I was doing this till now. So it doesn't matter if you go over the black, because those lines will come back on there. We're gonna add some purple into this flower. Sometimes you get to doing a project though and you just want it to be a little different, right? You just think it needs something more. Even if it ain't. All right, we're gonna lay this back down and try to get it lined up at least semi-exactly like it was. And if it's not, you know what? We're not gonna cry about it. We're just gonna move on and act like we meant to do it that way as I try to get it lined up. All right, I'm gonna push it down and quickly we are going to go right back over it. I'm not gonna be picky about bubbles and stuff like that because we just want to get an outline of some sort back on there. All right, here we go. There's one. I'll show you the rest. I'll show you it all together. And I don't really want to pick it up and mess it up. Where are my lines? There they are. Get on there. It's wanting to be crazy. There we go. All right, what do I do with it? There it is. Spread the joy. All right, the big reveal. Let's dry it up and I will hold it up. Let's hold it up. And this is the finished look. You can see it's out of lines in some places. That's fine. That's what you want because you want it to look like you watercolored it on there. And oh my goodness, y'all, I love it. I paint my stick and then I just take it and I lay it on and drag. And that adds like a chippy look without doing the actual chippy effect. You can move it around and get different things. And you can go thicker.
It just gives it a nice old look. Here is the finished sign. I hope you enjoyed watching this today. I hope you'll check out the playlist in my description and check out Kristi's channel as well. Thanks for watching today, and as always, stay peachy.